Let's hear from Jason Romeyko.
So hi everyone. I was going to sit down because that's what we agreed, but I'm going to stand up. There's some good-looking people over there, so I thought I'd be brave and have a look at some of your faces. I always feel like a bit of a fraud talking about bravery because I'm afraid of heights. I'm actually afraid of crowds, which is good that you're far away from me, and I'm afraid of flying, which is not very good in my job. But what I found years ago is that I seem to place this kind of ambition and bravery inside of work. Because there's a lot of things out there which scare a lot of people, and a lot of people are scared to talk about. And it's something that inspires me actually is to break the silence about so many different things. I am, as you can see, I'm inspired by this piece by James Cameron. I share it a lot. And it says, if you set your goal ridiculously high, and it's a failure, then you fail above everyone else's successes. And James, when he gave that quote, he was talking about Avatar and how it took him 10 years actually to bring it to life. And he put all his money and everything in there, and he really believed in what he was doing. He believed that he was going to make a change, and that gave him the courage to actually keep on going. And as I personally approach my own projects, whether or not they're social or those for clients, etc., I put that same kind of ambition in there. I don't always succeed. Sometimes I fuck up and fail. I definitely don't risk clients' money, etc. But most importantly, I really think that when you're brave, you lead by example, and you actually get people talking about something. For example, like in this case here. Oi! Can we play the film? Thank you.
HIV doesn't make the headlines anymore, so it seems less of a danger. And because no one's talking about it, it also seems more shameful to those carrying the virus. In the lead up to the Life Ball in Vienna, the world's largest fundraising event for HIV and AIDS causes, Vanguardist, the leading magazine in Austria, Germany and Switzerland, wanted to raise the issue, to reach a much wider audience and put the topic in people's hands again. HIV-positive people from different backgrounds were willing to donate blood. With the help of Harvard and Innsbruck universities, we then injected the blood into the printing presses and created a special edition of the Vanguardist HIV Heroes issue. Every word, every line, every picture, every story carried the blood. The magazine was sealed in a plastic envelope, challenging readers to first break the seal and help break the stigma. Touching the magazine is as safe as shaking the hand of an HIV-positive person. Still, reactions varied.
A unique magazine will hit newsstands. The cover is printed with ink containing blood from HIV-positive people.
The HIV-positive issue was immediately picked up by media around the globe.
Now we have the magazine in a plastic cover, but they are telling us that you can't get HIV.
HIV made the headlines again, and conversations are being reignited every day.
So it's not just about being brave when you actually put a lethal virus inside a magazine and distribute it publicly. I think the brave people are the people who donated the blood there. I think what I really particularly love about that project, it inspires people to be brave themselves, to take the magazine in their hands, and actually their bravery helps knock down the stigma. Yeah, so that I find very powerful. It was in a plastic cover. Why? Because there were so many people who weren't brave. It took 7 years to get this idea off the ground. And that's another thing about bravery. Yeah, if you really believe in something and you push for it, you have to be persistent. It just doesn't come that easily. Yeah? Bravery is something which grows, and you really need to plan things. You saw how well we kind of researched it. And I guess as a follow-up, I just want to show you this bit. So that topic dealt with HIV and ending the stigma around that. What you possibly don't know is homophobia is a huge issue around the world, and actually brave people are the transgender people who get up every day and walk out there amongst us and are subject to bullying. So it's not just the transgender, but there is a huge homophobic element to all societies. In Brazil, every 19 hours, lesbian, gay, transgender, bisexual is being killed. It's out there, it's prominent. In the US, 400 deaths a year in terms of hate crimes. So the ambition here is to actually, we realize that the United Nations, second article of the United Nations, doesn't actually protect sexual orientation. So again, bravery and ambition led us to create these posters in France. So this one says, pour qu'une femme aime les hommes, rien ne vaut qu'un vol collectif. So in English, nothing makes a woman love men more than gang rape. It is a very brave headline, which is substantiated that in Jamaica, women are raped to cure them from being lesbian. And we had a series of very brave and shocking headlines out there like that. And yet, while we may have only got about 5 or 6 complaints, people actually covering this up on the streets in France amongst 1,000 billboards, we did get the Bravery gained us over, I guess, 115% rise in signatures to the petition for that. So I guess the thing is if you set your goal ridiculously high and it's a failure, then you do fail above everyone else's successes. So that's my take on Bravery.
Thank you very much, Jason, for that take on bravery.